Alright, YouTube. So welcome to my house. It's not the cleanest, but we call it gorgeous. 96 Country Coach. And unfortunately, you know, we live in the Pacific Northwest. Unfortunately, I woke up this morning and I see just a little bit of moisture between the two levels of skylight here in our shower, which honestly I wish it wasn't even there. We usually keep some of that reflective bubble wrap up there to keep the sun out because it turns into a big greenhouse. I might end up just removing the skylight and putting like a sheet of aluminum up there and then insulating from the inside. We've been kind of talking about different options. I'm going and getting my my little knife and my little putty knife thing, and I'm just starting to peel all these screws, and I'm going to take it all up. And I looked online, and the Home Depot website, they've got a couple of sheets of diamond plate aluminum in stock, and you know, it's only like 40 bucks for this thinner stuff, 60 bucks for the thicker stuff. So after taxes, it'll be about 65 bucks, and then I can just go ahead and cover this. And people are probably gonna think that's a little bit odd, but really, in the summertime, it's hot. In the wintertime, it lets out heat. So really, we don't even want it here anyways. And just seems like the easier way to do it. Just go ahead and cover this, and we don't got to worry about, you know, having it. Got all those screws peeled. Ran the knife around all the edges. Now I gotta find a bit that fits and try to unscrew all the screws. Hopefully none of them break or nothing. Alright guys, so took a 1/4 inch driver on there. Got all my little screws out. So now I'm going to use this and pry it up. But I just wanted to take a quick gander around, quick look around. I built that with my own 2 hands. Built that with my own 2 hands. You can check out videos on some of this stuff. You know, if you're new to the channel, just clicked on this. That was my first business truck ever. That's a project truck me and my dad got going. That's my SWAT team, ex-SWAT team box. It's now my hobby shop. A couple of semi cabs I'm working on. That's my mother-in-law's place. I got that for a real good deal and sealed it up. Did a couple other projects on it. Made a place for my mother-in-law on the property. That's my tool bus. That's my wife's place right there. It's like a laundry room / she shed that I got at an auction real cheap. There's a little Coyote tractor, and there's the truck. All that gravel and stuff on down the hill. You know, we brought all that in, spread it and stuff. There's Dad's old Kenworth down there. That's a parts truck there. That Isuzu down there, yeah, that's gonna be a parts truck. I'm gonna basically strip it down, use the motor and a rat rod. It's a nice diesel motor in it. So anyway, back to this project. Time to get this peeled up. Alright guys, so I've got it completely released up here. I think I need to go inside and release it from the inside because they've got caulking like put up into the edges from the inside. So I need to cut that and release it and be able to push it up out of there, or come back up here and pull it out. All my channel is about is believing in your own 2 God-given hands, getting up, getting out, building things, fixing things, creating things, you know, just building up your self-esteem and your self-worth through hands-on blue-collar accomplishments. So alright guys, so you see this bead of silicone here? It's sealing this to that. I gotta get that cut to where it releases. I think we're at the point of no return, guys. So I just used a razor knife, went around the edges, and then that was able to pick up off of there. And then I'll get it all cleaned up. Alright guys, so the best way that I'm finding to get this off is just to push like this and roll it off, and it comes off without cutting that stuff. And I did nick it a little bit, cut it a little bit, and I kind of beat myself up at first, but then I realized, you know what, over the years there's been several other cuts. As I was peeling it, I seen where other people cut it over the years. This is 96, this is 2020 now. You know, it's had some repairs, so you know, I shouldn't beat myself up like that. Alright YouTube, so I started out up here on my knees, but that position and stuff was just not cool. So then I ended up getting a step stool. So now I'm standing in the shower, and I'm finding that gives me the best leverage to scrape at this. So I'm trying to get it scraped the best I can, but man, oh man, this stuff's so stuck in there. Quite honestly, I think maybe I should have hit with a pressure washer and got some of this cleaned up before I started this. But now I've got the roof off and I can't, so I'm just stuck, you know, using this. So I'm gonna keep on going at it and trying to get, you know, you can see there's this whole lip and more left and whatnot. And you know, my roof, I see a lot of people, they do this, they got a rubber roof. Mine, it's got this little pokey like traction stuff up here on the fiberglass, so it's really difficult to get that stuff out of there. Man, this is not easy, guys, but you know, I just keep on getting into it like this, keep on hitting it, and slowly it comes up. But eventually I get these big old globs and stuff on my thing. I gotta wipe them off to get it to keep on going. Every once in a while I'll come from this edge and try to peel up what I've already peeled up that way, but I'm getting it around. This edge is one of the easier ones. It doesn't got this diamondy stuff. So, but I'm gonna be honest, man, this is not a easy task. Yeah, it looks a lot easier on a lot of other videos, but it's yeah, I'm having to pry at it, man. I'm having to put some muscle into it, take some breaks. So, all right. If you believe in your own hands, fix things and do things in your own life, whether it's plumbing or you know, electrical stuff, or resealing a roof, or automotive stuff, you know, learn to weld. I just encourage all this stuff because it just empowers you for your life, and you're able to accomplish so much more. It's not about what you can afford, it's about what you want to do then. You know, you can do it, because really you just got to buy the materials, and it makes life so much cheaper, and it makes your resources go so much further. But enough of that. Alright guys, so seen a video, said use alcohol. It's not doing me really much of no good, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to find something else. Don't forget your sunglasses, guys. You need them if you want to see up here. It's not even all that bright of a day, you know, like not middle of summer or nothing, but it's still too bright for me. But so I went and got this. This is mineral spirits. I'm gonna warn you right now, this is some smelly stuff. It's some funky stuff. It's, you know, you get it on your hands, it's hard to wash off. So I'm using a plastic bag, reaching inside of that, grabbing my rag and using it, but it's pulling this stuff off a lot better. I'll show you this corner that I did. You see, and I'm not done all the way this way, but I did get just the corner, and it's working a lot better than the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol. Alright guys, so it's been about 3 hours worth of elbow grease. Okay, I used that mineral spirits, then I did water to rinse it real good, then I came back with the rubbing alcohol, and now I'm going to let that dry. Oh, and just for clarification, I wasn't just using cut out pieces of rag when I was doing this. I was also using the little scraper, so I'd let it, you know, I'd get the rag wet, I'd rub it over an area, I'd scrub on another area that I'd already thinned out with the scraper, then I'd, you know, go back to the area that had been soaking, use the scraper, scrape up, and then use the rag and wipe it, And I had to keep on getting new rags pretty often, because they would just gum up with the gunk. And so I'd have to get new rags and get rid of the old ones. And I still got that mineral spirits funk all over my hands and stuff, but hopefully I got that clean enough and it's gonna seal up real well. Alright guys, so I got down here and I marked this just a little bit bigger than what this was, because I don't really mind going over, you know, kind of a bad old seal and where I've cleaned it up and kind of overlapping that a little bit or whatnot. Hopefully that way it'll work out. And then I marked through with a Sharpie to all the holes so they correspond. I don't remember which way was front and back, but we'll figure that out when we get up there. We'll just try to align a few screws, and if it doesn't work, we'll flip it around. Alright guys, so first I got it cut and then I got the holes drilled, and now I'm going to use a flap disc and just get the roughness from the back of the holes and stuff knocked down and the edge where I cut. I got this wiped down front and back as good as I can. Well, mostly on the front, just around the screw holes and the edges with the alcohol, so hopefully that I can get it to adhere the best that I can. Alright guys, hope you guys been out there building shit, believing in your own two God-given hands, taking on projects, creating self-esteem and self-worth in your own life. So anyways, this is what it's looking like. I got it cleaned up. Got this aluminum piece up here after I cleaned it up. So I'm going to go ahead and set it on there and test fit it. I don't see no reason not to just go ahead and reuse the old screws. They already fit the holes. As long as I don't over tighten them, they'll do me just fine. Alright guys. So I laid out 2 rows of that butyl tape. I put a little bit extra, like in corners and places that I thought that it might need it. Now I'm going to get this aluminum on there and start getting some screws into it. And as you see, I left a few of the screws kind of visible there all along this edge. I was able to. One right up here. One up here, I pulled the stuff back. That way I know where to put them in. I can get it referenced, and then the rest of them, there's already holes drilled. I'll be able to find the spot they, line up. Okay guys, that was not easy getting that all lined up because that stuff is pretty sticky. But got it lined up, got all the screws put in and tightened down. I just kind of gave them a little I didn't go crazy with it because they're not the strongest screws, and they just kind of a little short, guys. I didn't want to strip out the holes too bad. A couple of them did, but it'll be all right. So got that connected. Now I'm going to use this die core stuff and go over all the bolts and around all the edges. There we go, guys. So I got that lap sealant, the self-leveling lap sealant on there. It's looking pretty good. I went around twice, and it only took me one thing, just so if anybody wants to know. And this is about a 3x3 foot or 3 foot by 29 inch piece, and it only took me one tube to seal that all up. So just want to give you guys a quick video in here so you guys can see it. I'm still going to run some caulking, some clear around in here to get it sealed up real good, and I plan to put some styrofoam insulation and slide it up into the hole. Alrighty guys, I want you guys to know where that sun's at. That was definitely a long project. I underestimated it. I'm going to get this camera turned around and let you guys see the coach real quick. Till next time, keep building shit, guys. Just wanted you guys to get a glimpse of her 96 country coach